myself. It was 158.8. Just finished my steps. This was a brutal one today. There was so much cleaning up that I had to do for Thanksgiving, and now I'm just trying to get my life back in order because that was a lot. So I did not hit my steps over the past 2 days. So I had to make sure that I hit at least 12,000 today, and I'm very tired from eating lots of stuffing and dessert and stuff, and we still have one more day of Thanksgiving festivities. So we'll see how it goes. Parking far at the grocery store. Oh my gosh. So I have not been doing well over the past few days because of Thanksgiving. Like, honestly, I have probably been eating way over my calories, and because there's so many different things. And like, yes, this is an excuse, but it's also me just like living life, because like I said, like I'm not taking this whole like weight loss thing like super duper seriously. It's not like I have to like reach a certain weight by a certain date or anything like that. But what I will say is I was up 3 pounds, and I know a lot of it is just water because of how much like carbs I've been eating. So like, for example, I had like pureed squash, mashed potatoes, and pecan pie, and cookies and chips, and all sorts of things yesterday. And like, this is Thanksgiving, okay? I'm not gonna not enjoy it because I'm on a diet. That's really like, it was really just like a few days of eating like that. And now I'm gonna get back like into it. So I'm gonna start off my day with having, you know, a cup of coffee. I'm gonna have my yogurt bowl. And I did sleep in today just because like we were watching the baseball game last night, and I'm pretty tired. So yeah, we both slept in today, and I'm just gonna get my steps in like while I'm working. And like, that was another thing, is I did not hit my steps over the past few days either. Like yesterday, we were up and out of the house by like, I think like 8 a.m. And yeah, we got home at like 6 o'clock, and like, we weren't gonna go and do anything. Like, you get so tired, especially after like having a bunch of pie and stuff. You have like a sugar crash. So yeah, I think I hit like 2,500 or like 3,000 steps total yesterday, which is really bad. We talked about going for a walk, we did, but my niece was a little bit fussy and they didn't want to go for a walk. And so we were like, you know what, whatever, who cares? It's not that big of a deal. Like, we were just enjoying our time. And my niece was really tired, so she was like on and off taking naps like in between feedings and stuff. So yeah, it was a really good day though. This was such a good like Thanksgiving weekend. I love Thanksgiving. It's my favorite holiday. So like, of course I'm gonna go all out, and it's just so funny to me that I was like, yeah, I'm gonna like just set myself at maintenance and blah 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 and continue tracking. Like, no, that didn't happen. But like, this is also real life. So that is just 2 or 3 days out of the grand scheme of things, which is like very small and negligible. And those 3 days, even though the scale is up today, I know that it's not a true reflection, and it's more so just the glycogen in my body that's just absorbed a lot more water. And like, honestly, I've just been peeing like crazy because of how much excess water I have. Like the sodium just from eating like the stuffing and stuff, like that was another thing. Is like, I am the queen of stuffing. I love stuffing. I could stuff my face with stuffing forever. So yeah, I even went back for a second plate. So I'm not feeling bad about it. But now I just got to get back into the swing of things and get my butt walking and get this breakfast and coffee underway so that I can get my day started and start work. Because I don't have that many steps left to do, I just had to crack the window open a little bit. It's only 4 o'clock and I only need to do about 1,300 steps. And I want to try and get that done before I finish making dinner. I was making a bone broth so that I can make like a turkey noodle soup. And then I have a client call later, so I want to get all of this done now so that I have time for all the other things later. The last of our Thanksgiving. Literally a sliver of pecan pie. I have made it in time for my call. I rushed after work to go drop off stuff for my mom. Did some of her like stuff around the house, and now I've made it back. I finished making the turkey noodle soup and just had dinner, and now I'm about to start my coaching call. But I am happy that I hit my steps today. Like I said before, like I'm kind of tapering down on the steps, just because I don't want to be like super taxing on my body. So, I noticed that like 12 is like a good number for me. Today is a go to the office type of day. It is just after 7 a.m. I just stopped quickly. I have 375 steps. I actually don't know if I'm going to hit my steps today because today is also the day that we're watching Love is Blind. So it's not to say like this whole week is a wash, but it just might be, and it'll be worth it if it is. Just about to leave to go take my mom for an appointment, but I am making some bacon, eggs, and toast for breakfast before I go because we still had some leftover bacon from when we were cooking our turkey. So we're having a nice brekkie this morning. Turkey noodle soup with some chili oil. I came down here to work out, and I wanted to start off my workout just by doing like a quick little 10 minutes on the treadmill, and I can't find my freaking shoes again, so we are looking for them. I don't don't know why I keep doing this to myself. He told me that things were gonna get harder, but he also had somewhere that was like in the ceiling again that he tried to hide it, but I was just like, I don't know. I don't know where it could be. I don't really feel like looking for them today either. So I'm gonna call him. So he said to stand on the treadmill and look straight. Oh my god! Oh my god! That's amazing! So I just called him back to laugh about like where I found them. And he just said, yeah, and next time I'm not helping you find them. I'm sure he will. He'll keep giving me hints because this is funny. So we'll see where the shoes land next time. But I'm going to do a quick 10 minutes and then I'm going to do a quick little workout. Workout complete. It is always so hard doing a workout after the holidays, like getting back into the swing of things. And I have to say, this is going to be the day that I actually get my steps in and I actually do my workout because I just did it. And I'm going to be walking while I'm working because it's not as hectic. And tomorrow will be another day like that. Not too shabby. Some of my biggest projects. Steps as I would like at this point, but it is a busy morning and I do have to get my mom to her appointment, so I'm just making myself a quick little breakfast before I go, and then when I get home I'm gonna have to play catch up with my steps on the walking pad. It was raining today, so we did not go for a walk outside, and then my husband was on the treadmill. I could have used the walking pad, but I also had a really shitty sleep last night, so I thought it would be a good idea to get in just an extra 45 minutes of sleep. Lunch for today. I just got home from dropping my mom off at appointments and running around and stuff. It is 12:45 and I've made it with still 15 minutes on my lunch. I'm gonna have my yogurt bowl. It's definitely gonna take me longer than 15 minutes to eat, but I only have 1,900 steps because I was pushing my mom in a wheelchair, so I didn't clock any of the steps that I got while I was there. So I suspect I'm probably closer to like 4,500 or 5,000. Either way, if it's not recorded on the watch, it doesn't count. So I'm still gonna try and make up these steps. Now time for a quick meeting. I still have to go grocery shopping, so I will hit my steps today. There is some rotisserie chicken let's do a recap of this week. I weighed in at 158.8 last week. I weighed myself on Saturday morning, which was before any of the Thanksgiving festivities. And today I weighed myself on Sunday and I was 160.8. Throughout the week, my weight fluctuated so much because of all the Thanksgiving food. And then on Wednesday, I went out with one of my friends. We had ramen. I had like a ramen type of dish yesterday, like an Asian soup yesterday with my hubby. We went out on a date night. We had gyoza, we had bao buns. Like, it was so good. So I was not expecting whatsoever to lose weight this week. Was I expecting to gain 2 pounds? Maybe. But I know that because of like the high sodium meal that I had yesterday, that's likely one of the reasons why I'm holding on to a little bit more water. I do think it's really funny that I gained weight all because of Thanksgiving, and I even tried to tell myself beforehand, like, oh, I'm just gonna eat at maintenance and use a strategy. Honestly, I'm human, so I did not do that. But do I care that much? No. I had a really great time on Thanksgiving. It ended up being like one of the best in the books. I had such a good time with my family. We had so much delicious food, and we had so much like leftover food, and everybody got to take stuff home. So it was all in all completely 100% worth it. We actually just finished the pie that we had from this past Monday. We just had that last night. So we finished that off. So like I didn't do a very good job at like posting everything that I ate this week. I think there was also a few days where I did not hit my steps at all. It was so busy with like appointments and things for my mom. But it was like, for the most part, last night we got home late. Not late. We got home and I didn't finish my steps. So I ended up going on the walking pad afterwards, and my husband was just like bouncing on the rebounder. But it was a really good time. So I have no regrets about this past week. I know over the upcoming week, my plan is to definitely get my workouts in because I only worked out once this week. I also want to focus on hitting my steps every day and trying to get up for those morning walks. I know that in the next, I think in like 3 weeks from now, we have the time change where we're going to get an extra hour back. So I'm really looking forward to that, but we'll see what happens. I'm not completely mad about how this week turned out or the fact that I did gain a couple of pounds. I don't think that it's like a real like fat gain. So, yeah, I'm okay with it. And I'm still under what I originally started with. So I'm still 5 pounds down. And I would still say that I'm even still 7 pounds down. Like, I have lost 7 pounds. Is it showing this week? No. But 1 week, or like not even 1 week, it was like half of a week, like 4 days of just like eating and doing things that were not the most consistent. Yeah, obviously it's going to show. So, yeah, next week, my plan is to get in at least 2 workouts, hopefully 3. That's always been the goal. I don't think I've done that so far yet. And then hit my 12,000 steps, and my goal is to be eating around 1,800 calories because I feel like that's going to be like a happy medium. I was trying to walk 14,000 steps a day, and I was also doing 1,700 calories. So I feel like adding 100 calories and lowering my steps a little bit will be a little bit more manageable. Like I said, like losing 1.6 pounds per week puts me at risk of losing muscle mass. I really don't want to do that because I have worked really hard for it. And especially if I'm not working out as much as I would like to, then, you know, at least I'm getting my steps in and at least I'm still able to hit my calories. That being said, I have a very, very, very busy schedule. On top of a full-time job, I also have other responsibilities like helping to take care of my mom and taking her to appointments and stuff. So juggling all of these things and having to do additional responsibilities after work does make it a little bit more challenging, but my non-negotiable is trying to at least get my steps in. That is like the lowest hanging fruit for me. So if that's something that I can do, go and get my steps in, I can do that. And I know how long it's going to take me versus like committing to doing a workout. Sometimes it's not the easiest. I can go and break up steps, throughout the day, but do I have time to commit to a whole 45-minute workout? And do I want to do that right before bed? Or do I want to prioritize my sleep because I know how busy I am? I'm probably leaning more towards getting my steps in whenever I can and working out whenever I can. But I know it's easier to get my steps in than it is to commit to a workout. So that's kind of my thoughts about that. And that's also the type of approach that I have with my clients too. Like I have a client who, she's so funny. As soon as she starts seeing results, she immediately wants to start going all in on everything. And as soon as she starts trying to do everything, she does nothing. So, and that's not new. Like I have had so many clients who have done that where they bite off more than they can chew. And I have to tell them, you got to take a step back. You have to do what's easiest for you. And that is how true weight loss happens. And that's how you're able to sustain habits, is by making them attainable and making them realistic. If you know that it's not something that you can realistically adhere to or do, then don't set yourself up for being unsuccessful, because then that is going to make you feel like you don't have what it takes. You're a failure, you're this, you're that. You start telling yourselves these stories that are not actually the case. So I also follow this for myself, and it's the approach that I use when I'm trying to, lose weight and stay on track. Is I have to take a realistic look at what I have going on in my life and what I'm capable of. And no matter what, the lowest hanging fruit is what I will always try to achieve. And if I can't do that, then I give myself grace. But do I let myself go days and days and days of like not hitting anything? No. I'm going to always try to do whatever is the easiest to do without being super lazy. So yeah, that's my whole, I guess, thought process on that. And if you're somebody who is looking for help with losing weight and you suspect that you might have gut issues or hormonal issues, then go to the link in the description below. You can either book a free discovery call with me, or you can just simply do my gut health assessment for free and you'll get the results immediately. And if you've stuck around this far, don't forget, please hit the like and subscribe button. It does so much for me as like a new creator or somebody who's like trying to come out onto this platform. And it helps like encourage me to keep coming back each week. So thank you so much for following along. I will see you next week.